while back I was talking about four-wheel drives and my first one being a Mitsubishi Montero. And a couple months after I got married, Heather and I drove down to Mazatlan, Mexico, and we went to I don't know if anybody heard of YWAM, Youth with a Mission. They had schools all over the world, and we went to what they call a discipleship training school. And down there, while we were down there, we were really the only. Well, there was I think one other couple that was married. No, two couples that were married, but then there were single people that were part of that school, and I think we were the only ones that had a vehicle, and so we were living in the old part of town, and it was kind of fun. You get up in the morning before school started, classes, and I'd go drive on the beach and fish and surf and anyway, at some point in time while we're down there, my battery went bad, and I needed a new battery, and it turned out it wasn't my battery so much as it was my alternator. The alternator went bad, and I think it was actually the regulator in the alternator that was overcharging the battery, and so anyway, I took it to a guy that somebody recommended me, mechanic, take it to, and the guy took. You just don't. There wasn't any Mitsubishi Monteros around down there, and so anyway, he took my alternator, and he opened it up and he cut some wires. I watched him do it. It was kind of cool. He let me watch. He cut some wires and drilled a hole in the metal case of the alternator and poked some of the wires inside out of the hole. And then he took a Volkswagen Bosch regulator, and he hose clamped it onto the outside, and he hooked some wires, soldered some wires together, and anyway, he modified my alternator with a new regulator, and omitted the bad one, and then he made a battery, and that was pretty rad. He just filled a box with some acid and put some lead plates in there and made this battery, and anyway, it worked pretty good for a while, and I got a story about that later. I'll talk about it in another video.